Hello, everybody. I'll tell you, I was real happy about my legato curse yesterday. I'm going to talk about something close tonight, and you're going, wow, that's awfully close. You can't show us much. Well, what I want to show you is something I noticed a few students over the years doing, some more than others. I'm calling this the quiet hand, but it's a little more than that. The quiet hand is when the hand is hanging at your side, okay? Just hang your hand at your side. Now, if you notice, if you let it hang there, the fingers aren't straight. They're kind of curved. And everything is kind of relaxed a lot. And if you bring that up to the piano and drop it, it's going to look something like that. Okay, from the side, kind of like that. Slightly curved finger. And if you lay it on the keys, that is kind of what they mean by the quiet hand. The wrist is loose. I still have the red dot from yesterday. That'll be there a while. When they say permanent, they mean it. Anyway, so now what happens when students start playing keys is they start using fingers, and I told you yesterday, be careful about that. And if I ask them to play a very simple scale, this is what it often looks like. It's hard for me to actually do this after years of playing correctly, but I see it all the time with brand new students. Okay, play the thumb. And all the fingers fly. Now play 2. Now play 3. Now play 4. Now play 5. They're trying to keep all the other fingers out of the way. Even people that have played for a little bit, when I ask them to play the scale, they'll look like this. And all of a sudden, this finger points up. If you do it, maybe you find yourself doing it. But they're keeping, when they play a chord, they do this. And they keep these two fingers way up in the air. Okay, that is not the quiet hand. What is the concept behind what I'm trying to talk about tonight? Let's try a very simple, well, should be simple, thing here. We're going to play legato right now. Now, this is not a real kind of playing in a way, but it's very good for developing a certain independence. Put your hand on keys. I'm on G, A, B, C, D, with the right hand, obviously. I'm going to play the thumb. I use my finger. Now, all the other fingertips are on the keys. Now, when I play 2, I'm going to lift 1. And now the 1 and all the other fingers are just resting on the keys. I'm going to play 3. And then I'm going to play 4. And then I'm going to play 5. As I played each note, the fingers are still resting on the keys. Now, this is a little bit more than a real situation, but you can make it a real situation. The question is, can you do it? Okay? Could you play the thumb, then the third finger, then the pinky, then the fourth finger, then the second finger, and have all the other fingers resting there? Same with the left hand. You bring that hand up. I'll put it here. It's a little bit easier for me to get to. And we play... Well, maybe I can get up a little further. Let me see. Yeah, I can maybe get up there. Pinky. The other fingers are still resting on the keys. If they weren't, you'd see them move like this. You'd see them come up, okay? They're there. So take a good look where they are. There are people literally cannot do that. And it's a matter of independence, but it's also a matter of the concept of relaxation. We're always trying to reserve energy when we play the piano. So if I'm playing 3, if 3 is down, then why would I have any energy going into 1, 2, 4, and 5? Doesn't make any sense. But the minute you do this, there's energy going into those fingers because they are actively using a muscle to get out of the way. So this is like real important, okay? The quiet hand. And when you're playing chords, let's take a look at a chord, that kind of thing. Okay? All the fingers are still there after I hit the chord. I don't have to lift the ones I'm not playing out of the way. That happens more than I would like to think. So you can make up these little exercises. Now when you drop the whole hand in, all the fingers are going to be off the keys for the chord. But when you hit the chord, can you feel, with 1, 3, 5, can you still feel 2 and 4 laying on the keys? Just sort of lying on them, dead, kind of dead down there. Yeah, same with the left hand. Well, let's do it up here again. 3 and 5 are dead. Okay, kind of a dead finger laying on the key. It's worth trying to do. Because when I have students doing a Hanon or something like that, I get this quite often. And they mean well by it. They want to go, see, I got just 2, I got just 3. But they're working too hard with the other fingers, way too hard. Here's what the Hanon looks like when I'm playing it. Okay, or down. Okay, you don't see the fingers flying up. Can I do it? I can't play it that fast with the fingers flying up, and I don't think I can do it very well. That's a lot of work. Let me tell you how much work that is. I'll do it slowly so you can see how much motion there is. I want to accent those first notes. So I'm dropping, my little red dot here is dropping up and down. Drop, drop. But you almost don't see any motion right here. There's a little up here, of course, because it has to put the key down. So that's what's called quiet hand. Now, even though it's not used for it, I want to show you a wrist staccato and show you what some people do with that. Well, first of all, you can guess. All the fingers come up, and you can see the stiffness. You can almost see the tension in the hand. I'll do it stiff. And these fingers come up like this. Now, when the hand stays quiet, we can use the expression, the other fingers might actually be flopping on the keys. They're just not firm enough to make them go down. I'm wondering if I can bring it in far enough for you to see that. I'll try it. I'm up for anything tonight. It's Friday night. Have a little fun here. Okay, let's take a look. Now this is, I know you can't, it's hard to see. These are kind of tapping the keys. Okay, but now you look at the other fingers. You can't tell that they're down, but what I'll do this time, I'll bring them up. That's the way a lot of people play. It stiffens the whole wrist, stiffens the whole mechanism. They can't move around very well, whether it be chords or the chords or whatever, or octaves. But if you look at my hand, right after I hit it, see these fingers, they're dangling on the keys here in between, even if it's black keys. Okay? Look at the fingers in between, relaxed. What about if I play with 3 and 5? Well then, if I play with 3 and 5, the thumb should look like it's dangling on keys. Maybe it's better to see that with the left hand. Let's take a look. I'm using 3 and 5. The thumb is just dangling off the piano here. I don't need it at all, really. I would never use that to play that. I would never use 3 and 5. There would be no reason to do that. It would be 2 and 4, or 1 and 3 maybe. The 2 and 4 is great because they're right in the middle of the hand, more or less. They're balanced off well. And the thumb, he can dangle. He doesn't. If it's white keys, if it was black keys, that kind of thing. But you can see the thumb. The thumb is, I got to come apart so you can see it. But But these other fingers are just hitting keys. Anyway, the wrist is also very relaxed for all of this stuff. When you drop in, it's a little firmer to get that first accent. There's the little thing this way of the hand, but it's the whole hand, it's not the fingers. Like I said, we don't use the fingers in a broad sense. It's a very limited amount of effort we put into getting a finger down. So, anyway, that I didn't intend for tonight's talk to be very long, and I'm just trying to think if there's any other issue involving that, other than the other night we were doing the thirds. Maybe this would also be a good example. When I'm doing that, I hit him. The other fingers aren't firm. 2 and 4 are firm. The hand has to learn how to do this. Yeah. I have no rhythm. I don't know what to play. Yeah. But if you look at the pinky here, on a normal kid, that would be flying up off the piano. I can only do it because I try to imitate the kids when they come in, or the students when they come in and do it. It's actually very difficult for me to do. I have to think about it. Bring those fingers up. Okay, so that's called the quiet hand, and that is the exercise. It's real simple. Just keep the fingers in the keys and play a clean legato without lifting any of the fingers off the keys. Couldn't be easier. All right, so a short one tonight. It's Friday night, so go out and have a great time, and I'll see you tomorrow and Saturday. And until then, remember, where words fail, music speaks.